Hi YouTube, it's Joe here. I'm part-time eBay reseller from South East London, and it is Sunday evening. I've had a really busy weekend. I've had family down and playing cricket today, and just got home. Just sort of sorting things out, working out what I've got to pack up from the weekend sales, but then also just sorting out the haul that I did. Went out on the Saturday, didn't have time to go out on the Sunday, so yeah, just one boot sale for me and a couple of charity shop pickups in here, which I'll point out. And Bootsale was small, as I say, but it was pretty good. You know, some fairly reasonable stuff. There are a couple of things that I've not had before, a couple of nice bits. So I'll just whiz through what I've picked up, what I hope to get for some of it. As I say, there was one guy. I've got the light on here, so sorry, it's evening, so it's a bit glary, but it should be all right. So one guy had a number of well, a big bundle of PS2 games, and I picked out a couple of games, like up this end, sort of picked out Sly and Simpsons Hit and Run, and there was a few, nothing great in there, a couple of games, but I thought he was going to say like the games are like £1 each and stuff like that, and he said you can just take the lot for £5. So I thought, you know what, if I was going to buy a couple for £2 anyway, it's fine, you know, it's a pretty reasonable price. I'll probably pick out a few of them, some of the better ones, and then just bundle the rest. I have got a slim PS2 upstairs with a couple of controllers, so that'll go quite nicely with that. So yeah, I'll sell as a bundle there. These are out of a charity shop, and I wouldn't have ordinarily bothered with these. The Collector Series X-Wing one is reasonable, it's worth buying. These are £1 each. These two, they're not really worth £1 if you're just going to sell them individually, but as a set of three, maybe get about sort of 12 to 15 quid on them, so not great, but not bad. I got the Bootsale, I had another copy of Black Ops, he wanted £4 for it, so I picked that up. That's still selling reasonably well, sort of about 12 to 15 quid, not great, not bad. And a Spyro, that was just £1 in the charity shop, so not particularly good. Spyro either. Yeah, it doesn't do much money at all, but you know, you can get the whole, you can get a few like Spyros or some of the ones on the PS1, PS2 together. You can make a nice bundle. So yeah, that's why I got those. One couple, I'll show you some of the stuff though I bought of them in a second, but they were just getting rid of their stuff really cheap. There's some really nice stuff, really cheap. Nice pair of Ted Baker, just sort of black dress shoes. They were £1.50. They have got a bit of wear on the front. That's probably looking a lot worse than it would in normal light because of the flash, but yeah, they're reasonable. I mean, I'll clean them up and see how I got on with those. These I paid £2 for, a pair of black sort of snakeskin Adidas Superstars. They need some new laces, some black laces, but that should be fine. I should be able to find some of those. Nice pair of G-Star Raw jeans. G-Star Raw jeans tend to do well, and I find a lot of them go to Ireland with G-Star. Really easy to ID them. They've got them often. They'll have the name right at the top of the label there, so you can see that it says Arc 3D Loose Tapered. Stick that in the listing title, and yeah, that'll direct people to your jeans, the ones they're looking for. Nice size, 32, so nice average pair of jeans there. Got some nice trainers here. These are sort of Nike Air Max, Nike Air Force, like the Lunar ones, which has got sort of the foam rims as opposed to the plastic ones. They're in really good condition. They're size 9. They've got the original box there, and then this pair of Jordans, this sort of female pair of Jordans over here. He wanted 20 quid for the Nikes and 10 quid for the Jordans. I got the pair for 25 quid, maybe paid up to a bit too much on it, but I'll do fine with those. You know, I should get sort of 40 to 50 back on the Air Force ones. They're in excellent condition. I say a size 9, and sort of like 25 to 30 back on the Jordans, so that was fine. One lady had a couple of really nice pairs of 95 Air Maxes. These ones are really good. So I've got the flash on, so they're not coming at this and they're sort of glaring a bit, but they're silver. They're in absolutely excellent condition, hardly worn really. You can still see the bobbles on the bottom of the sort of tread there. Size 5.5, really nice pair. Now she had a couple of pairs, a sort of real neon yellow pair which were quite worn and didn't have the inner sole, so I wasn't really interested in them, but these she wanted 40 quid for initially. I managed to get them for 30 quid. Yeah, looked at price around sort of 80 to 90, see how I got on with those. So they're pretty much like new, so yeah, really pleased with those. Just go along, finish off the shoes. I've got a nice pair of Lokes. Again, with men's shoes, a lot of the time the style number, so the style and stuff like that is written here on the inside, and as these ones you can see, these are Chester 2s, genuine Lokes. One of the laces is frayed a tiny bit, but they're in excellent condition, and they were 20 quid. So yeah, 20 quid should look for about 60 to 70 back on those. Usual stuff, sort of a couple of pairs of Converse. I think I paid £1, no, I think I paid £2 and £2 or something like that on each of those. So they were really, yeah, really easy. They sell really well. Nice pair of Nike Air Force black ones, size 9, so good condition. A little bit of wear on the heels, but very minimal. The body and the actual trainer is really good condition. I wanted 12 quid, paid 10 for them. I last 30 on those. These 95s are a bit battered. I think one of the bubbles is not quite 100% of the back. It's sort of been, yeah, this one has been clipped. But that's fine. I mean, these new are like 125, depending on where you buy them from, £140 pair of trainers. So, you know, missing inner soles and all the rest of it, but paid 2 quid for them, should do all right. Should get sort of 20, maybe a bit more back. Yeah, they're in reasonable condition. And then over here, nice pair of Nike Air Max 90s. Yeah, in pretty reasonable condition. I've stuffed them because they were a bit misshapen. I've stuffed some newspaper in there just to try and get a bit of their shape back. So yeah, quite nice there. Not had one of these for a while. I've had a Super Soaker before. This is one of the sort of the old ones. This Super Soaker 175. Guys wanted 50p for that. There's not many of them sold in the UK. I tested it out. Quite good fun. It works really nicely. Sort of double one. Can hold quite a lot of water, and it's got the power gauge. Quite fun. Just sort of pumping it up, getting up to maximum, and then it does do quite a significant jet of water. So yeah, that's quite good fun. A couple of bits of clothing. So this is a Kappa Italy just sort of jacket. That was 50p. It needs a wash. It's got a bit of marking around here, but you know, should do fine with that. And then this other guy, so the guy who I got the Ted Bakers off of, he had loads of stuff, and I was there with my father-in-law, and he picked up a few bits of these as well for himself. Bought a Peterborough United shirt off him just because I used to live up near that way, PUFC. So that's that. That was 50p, and then some nice bits. And no, that was £1. Sorry, he was £1 for the normal stuff, and then the Under Armour stuff he wanted 2 quid for. So nice Under Armour cold wear stuff. Couple of them. They'll do reasonably well. I mean, perhaps not the best time of year to sell it. Or they're saying that I did just sell a pair of fleece lined Converse, no, Adidas and fleece Converse this week. A couple of sort of Champion base layers, red one, black one, and then they're a quid each. And then this Spurs top. Now, I don't think this isn't the actual Spurs shirt. Again, I think this is Under Armour, but I'm surprised it's branded like this. So I need to just look into that. I'm not 100% sure what that is. That's a training top or something like that. So yeah, those were all a quid and 2 quid, and yeah, should do well with those. I need to get my mannequin out. I've got so many clothes to list. I picked up quite a few Fred Perry shirts and jumpers this week from the charity shop as well, which I've got to get on with. So that's all them. And then the other thing I picked up, I'm not a massive fan of electronics. I just don't like doing them. But there's really good money in them, so I picked up all of these DVD VHS Combis, Toshiba ones, a couple of them, Sony ones, LG, a couple of LGs I think in there, Samsung one. Now most of them, most of these are worth sort of 30 quid all day long, pretty much any of them. Some of them, the Sony one might probably get about 100 quid for. I've got the remote with that, providing they all work, and they look in pretty good condition. I'll clean them all up, baby wipes, get them looking pretty good. But yeah, really pleased with those, and I paid 20 quid for the lot of them, so I paid 3 quid each the guy wanted, so it would have been 21 quid, and just shifted them all out for 20 quid. So, you know, I sell 1 or 2 of them. Happy days. Fortunately, my wife's away. I left those in the car because I didn't really want to see them. Well, I don't think she'd care once they sold, but I just left them in the car. She's gone away for this week, so I brought them out and I'll sort those out. So hopefully do all right on those. Sales this week, had a few good sales. Had a couple of £100 pairs of shoes go out. Had I think I showed you guys the set of Lego that I picked up, the Eldorado set. That just sold for 165 quid this evening, so that was nice. But yeah, no, just generally things ticking along, doing quite well. Same old story, you know, the more you put on, the more you're going to sell, and the better quality stuff you put on, the more likely you're going to achieve prices you want to, where there's not, you know, so much competition and so on for slightly better quality things. Anyway, that's been my week. I hope you're well, and yeah, I'll speak soon. Try and do another one next week if I manage to get out to Bootsale. Cheers then, bye.